Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Bahasham Warakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom you may be, or what you may look like. To the rest of the church who believe as well, including you men who may not be teachers and prophets. To you women and children also. The water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel, none of this would even be possible whatsoever, okay? Let's start off, with the book of Acts, chapter 2 and verse 40. And with many other words did he testify and exhort, saying, save yourselves from this untoward generation. So we have to save ourselves. That doesn't mean we deliver ourselves, okay? Now with understanding, we understand we cannot save ourselves. But what this is saying is you have to focus on yourself. It's nothing wrong with wanting all Israel to be saved, but at the same time, that's against the Lord's will. So there is something wrong with that. You have to focus on the elect. So if you come across people that just aren't interested, don't allow that to draw your attention to the wrong path. You have to save yourself. You have to live the life that Yahweh Shai set for us to follow, man. We have to follow the righteous path. While everyone else is going downhill to the path of destruction, following Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that's how you save yourself, which ultimately the Lord is saving you. And with many other words did he testify and exhort, saying, save yourselves from this untoward generation. How much more now, Look where we are. Look at the age we're in now. We're still in the age of the wicked, but now we're further into the age of the wicked. We're in the final hours of the final hours, the final chapter of the final chapter, the last days of the last days. All right? In these times, it's highly important that we apply these scriptures, man, because everybody else around us, they're not living like that. And ultimately, what does that mean? They're leading themselves and others down a path that eventually they are going to be destroyed. Okay? This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 14 and verse 13. Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out my hand upon it, and will break the staff of bread thereof, and will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast. So we have to save ourselves from the evil that's coming. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has already said that, those who sin against him, they're going to have to pay a hefty price, man. Okay? Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver but their own souls by their righteousness, saith the Lord power. So again, like I read in Acts 2 and 40, we have to save ourselves from this untoward generation, from this crooked, evil generation. So just like Noah, Daniel, and Job, which represent the elect, they're men who are symbols of us today. And not only that, those men are back here today, waiting to be delivered. Okay? Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver but their own souls by their righteousness, saith the Lord. So we have to save ourselves by walking in righteousness the best that we can. So even if everyone else around us doesn't seem to be care or interested in that lifestyle, Everyone else around us may look at that like it's stupid, it's uninteresting, that's not for them or whatever. Okay, well, we have to focus on us. You have to focus on yourself first. You have to put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you can worry about others. All right? And that's something that I learned from my auntie a long time ago. Okay? Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver but their own souls by their righteousness, saith the Lord power. All right? So you can only be delivered by walking the righteous path. Verse 15, if I cause noisome beasts to pass through the land, and they spoil it, so that it be desolate, that no man may pass through because of the beast, though these three men were in it, as I live, saith the Lord power, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters. They only shall be delivered by the land. They shall only be delivered, but the land shall be desolate. Okay, so we're in this truth for ourselves. Now, brothers have families, brothers have wives and children, and you would hope for them to be delivered right along with you. But ultimately, if your children are of the elect, your children are going to be delivered. But if your children are not of the elect, okay, your righteous works can't really save them. You can only save yourself. Okay, but the Lord, hopefully he set it up to where he brought your children back in the spirit of the elect so that they may be delivered. You know, of course we love our women and our children. We want them to be delivered. Okay? But let's say that isn't the Lord's will. You still have to make sure you're doing the right thing so that you can be delivered. Okay? What's the use of everyone you care about getting beamed up in a chariot, but you're still left down here for the missiles to destroy and to eat alive? Okay? Though these three men were in it, as I live, saith the Lord power, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters. They only shall be delivered, but the land shall be desolate. Or if I bring a sword upon that land and say, sword, go through the land, so that I cut off man and beast from it. Though these three men were in it, as I live, saith the Lord power, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters, but they only shall be delivered themselves. So it's highly important that you remember that you can only save yourself, which ultimately you can't even do that. So if your focus is trying to get your woman and your children saved, there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to hope that you get saved first. Okay? Because this is about our works, what we're doing. We can't save everybody else based off of our own work. Or if I send a pestilence into the land and pour out my fury upon it in blood, to cut off from it man and beast. Though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, saith the Lord power, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter. They shall but deliver their own souls by their righteousness. For thus saith the Lord power, for thus saith the Lord power, how much more when I send my four sore judgments upon Jerusalem? The sword and the famine and the noisome beast and the pestilence, to cut off from it man and beast. Yet behold, therein shall be left a remnant that shall be brought forth, both sons and daughters. So see, this is all about the elect. Although a man, his works can't save his son and his daughters, but yet if his son and his daughters be of that remnant, they're going to be delivered. But it's not based off of that man's work. But the Lord can also consider, based off of a man's work, how he, being back in this incarnation, he may have brought your children back as the elect also. Okay, so if they're of that remnant, they're going to be delivered. But nevertheless, you have to focus on your own righteous works. Okay? Behold, they shall come forth unto you, and ye shall see their way and their doings, and ye shall be comforted concerning the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem, even concerning all that I have brought upon it. And how are we going to be comforted concerning the evil? Because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is our comfort. He's our rock. He gave us the word. He gave us stability. Verse 23. And they shall comfort you when ye see their ways and their doings. And ye shall know that I have not done without cause all that I have done in it, saith the Lord power. So we understand that whoever the Lord doesn't destroy, it's not without cause. So even if our women and our children don't make it, and we're doing the best we can with our righteous works, just know that whatever happens, the Lord hasn't done it without cause, because ultimately we all have to face our judgment. Okay, whether it be the judgment of the elect or the judgment of the wicked. Okay, this is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15. I meant to hit 1, but it highlighted 2. But 1 Corinthians 15:1. Moreover, brethren, I declare unto you the gospel which I have preached unto you, which also you have received, and wherein ye stand, by which also ye are saved. So how are you going to save yourself? By receiving this gospel, by the belief of this gospel, this good news that was given unto us by Yahweh Yahweh Shai. By which also ye are saved, if ye keep in memory what I preached unto you, unless ye have believed in vain. All right, so that's how you save yourself, is to receive the gospel that we are preaching. Okay, and trust me, we have a lot of feelings. We have people we care about, but we also have to control those feelings and understand that ultimately everything is the Lord's will. And everything that we're involved in is about hope. We hope for our wife or our wives to be saved. We hope for our child or our children to be saved. Sons and daughters. Okay? We want these things, man. You may have certain siblings and uncles and aunties and, people you may want to be saved. But remember, the Lord, if he doesn't save them, there was a purpose for that. It's not like he just did it for no reason because, he was sleeping on the job, So that's how we save ourselves, is by the belief of the gospel. But many people are looking for, other means of salvation. 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 17. For Mashiach, that's who the world calls Christ today. Okay? For Mashiach sent me not to baptize, but to preach the gospel, not with wisdom of words, lest the cross of Mashiach should be made of none effect. So we ain't, sent to preach all fancy using these big scientific words. We just keep it simple. We edify you. We get straight to the point as much as possible. Okay? And after we preach you the gospel, it's up to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai on whether you receive it or not. Okay? But for those who receive it, and they hold on to it and they endure, well, that's the elect, okay? And ultimately, you can only be that if the Lord set you up from the beginning to be that. So when it comes to our wives and our children, although we do our work so that our houses may be saved, the only way that's going to happen is if the Lord set it up in this final incarnation in this world, that he brings your children back in the spirit of the elect as well, which ultimately, that shows you can't save no one else based off of your works. Okay, but the Lord can find favor on your spirit and bring your woman and your children back in this incarnation as the elect to be delivered right along with you. That's what we hope for. All right. For Mashiach sent me not to baptize, but to preach the gospel, not with wisdom of words, lest the cross of Mashiach shall be made of none effect. Okay, so we keep it simple, man. Simple and straight to the point. So, you got to worry about your own salvation. You got to seek your own salvation with fear and trembling, as the scriptures say. So, I'm going to go on ahead and close it right there. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Wa Rakakwadash, Shalom. Hopefully this quick slice of bread was fulfilling. Shalom.